Well, you know where I'm at, and they might as well build a methadone clinic next door to this mofo, cause then it'd be a one-stop shop, man. Cause this record shit is like addictive, and this is kind of one of them drops. You had to be up here, and there's nobody goddamn here. It's after 7, so I get the pick of the litter, motherfuckers.
Afternoon, VC. All right, felt like coming on showing some records again. The first is one that came in the mail, probably going to be one of my favorite finds of the year. This is just a gorgeous little 7-inch Miles Davis on Fontana, a French original from 1958. Lift to the Scaffold. And there are 5 cuts on this that are from that album, which accompanied this incredible film, which is it's really good if you haven't seen it. I'm not good at the French. Censure pour. I can't pronounce it. But the way Miles Davis made this music was incredible. I mean, he stood in front of a screening for him of the movie and improvised the music to it. Just absolutely fantastic. Some of my favorite Miles stuff is this. I think ESP is probably my favorite Miles Davis record, but this stuff is right behind it, and to find an original 7-inch on Fontana was really cool. And put in an offer and got accepted, so the only copy I could find in the States, and it's a beautiful label, the Fontana label, and this plays really good. It's very kind of quiet, subdued stuff. A really good band with him on this. The bass is fantastic. Yeah. I do collect some rare jazz 7-inches, so this was a big one to find. Again, probably going to be one of my favorite scores of the year, right there. Next is another beautiful record. This is one that came out, I think, back in 2019. It feels like it's longer ago, because this artist has been really putting out a lot of stuff. This VC's own Michael A. Muller is originally from Austin, Texas, moved to LA, started the band Belle Marais. But this was his debut solo record, Lower River, I believe. And very minimal cover art of the mountain with the river starting there. Really, really cool. It fits the music. Very, I don't want to use the word cinematic, but this could definitely go with a film. Keeping in that theme, there's beautiful cello, double bass clarinet, and there's vocals, I think, on one track, if I recall, maybe 2, from Heather Woods Broderick, that are gorgeous. But yeah, Michael was kind enough to sign this and do a nice little handwritten note. Dave, thanks for your support and ear. Never stop spinning, Michael Muller. This was a beautiful listen. Had it on CD that I burned back when it came out. Paul Baraka P-Dub. This was one of his best albums, or maybe his best album of that year. One that he turned me on to back then. And I need to get his newest release, because I dig that stuff too. I haven't picked it up yet. The one on Deutsche Grammophon that just came out. And the deal is with that record, it was limited to 500. It's on, I think, Beacon Sound. Yeah, Beacon Sound is the label. I don't know if you can see that. But a box of 50 was randomly found, and Michael was able to get that box and put up a post, so I was happy to get a copy. Next, just a few random finds here. This was a new release I went to pick up. I've only probably picked up 5 or 6 all year. I've got one on pre-order. Very few 2024 new music that I've gotten this year. To the contrary of what Steve Carlson thinks. I haven't gotten that many new ones this year. But they've all been really good. And this one's fantastic. This is a band, this is a guilty pleasure band. Anything they put out, I'm probably gonna get, unless they go off in some really bizarre direction. But Hiatus Coyote from Australia is, I love Napalm. Her vocals, her guitar playing is absolutely fantastic. Some of the best. I don't know. I'm not good with genre names on this stuff. Not neo soul or, I don't know. There's a little bit more electronic this time around. But the music is really killer because the band is so fucking good. The bass player, the drummer, the keys, especially the guy on keys, is really good on this group. Hiatus Coyote, Love Heart Cheat Code, and beautiful artwork. This is the limited indie store version. And it's a short record. It's not very long. The songs aren't very long. Really cool labels in this blue marbly vinyl. Very cool. And there's been a couple of singles off of this. Everything's Beautiful and Make Friends, I think, are the singles, but I like some of the end of this record the best. The self-titled song and Cinnamon Temple, those are good tracks. But yeah, so this is a really good one from this year. Will it be Record of the Year, Carlson? No, it won't. I won't do that to you again. This was on his wall of new stuff. There's a big wall of new stuff that's always at Lunchbox. This is Numero Group's been putting out everything this band's ever done. Unwound, one of the only gigs I've been to this year. I saw them in Cat's Cradle. It sounded incredible. Great Portland band. Good melodic heavy stuff. This is Unwound, A Single History, 1991 to 2001. So Numero Group's put this out. It's a collection of all their 7-inches and other songs. So it's all, I think, all been previously released in one way or the other, but it was really cool. They put it on a double LP. It's nice to have all of these songs all put together in one presentation. I do actually have a few of the singles. They were on Kill Rock Stars, so Negated and Said Serial. These are not that easy to come across. And then this one here, Cultura Totality. Yeah, those are the two on that. Unwound 7-inch original on Kill Rock Stars. Yeah. And then this was in the used, in a bin that was just sitting up on the, near the counter, or actually near the front door. And it was an Iggy and the Stooges I did not have. I think it's what, Metallic KO. And so it's their Open Up and Bleed, the last ever Iggy and the Stooges show at Michigan Palace, Detroit. I can't remember if this is a German or French copy from '76 on Skydog Records. I'm not sure. But yeah, had to grab that because I didn't have it for in the Iggy collection. And let's see what else we got here. I think all I have left to show is what I picked up yesterday. Dylan acquired a really crazy collection from a guy. it was interesting because most of it was sealed, like 70% of it. It's like 1,200 records. It's all that early 2000s heavy emo stuff. A lot of, and then there was some metal too, like there's a lot of Meshuggah in there, a lot of Tool records, Under Oath, Every Time I Die, a lot of Between the Buried and Me. But that was a time period where I was doing a lot of filming of bands. There were a couple of the Beloved Us records in there. I filmed them. Dead Poetic, and there was some rare stuff in there for the wall. But I took some trade up to Dylan and just got 2 records, nothing crazy. I got a reissue of the Big Dirty from Every Time I Die, one I did not have on vinyl. Probably my second favorite record from them, Gutter Phenomenon being my favorite. So happy to, this was released, I think last year or this year. It says 2023 Ferret Music. It was originally released in 2007. Great heavy stuff from Buffalo. They were one of the hardest working bands of all time. They've now broke up. But there's the insert and the words. And this is on a cool splatter vinyl, or whatever this is, on purple. This is really freaking cool. And it was sealed. And it's a perfect shape. And it was a good price. And then with trade, it was basically free. So that was one I went up there for. I was first in line. But it ended up being a pretty decent line. And yeah, he was moving a lot of that stuff. I was tempted to get the box set. I used to have it, the first 3 records. I bought it probably for like 30 some bucks at the old Lunchbox, and I sold it for 50 or something, maybe more. I might have sold it for more. I sold it on eBay years ago, and I think Dylan had 200 on it, which was a fair price considering if you try to get all those records individually, you're going to probably pay more. I doubt that survives up there. And he had the Under Oath box too, which has got Define the Great Line in it, which is a killer freaking album. And very expensive to find an original. And then the last one I picked up, I got Glassjaw Worship and Tribute, which great Strong Island band. I saw them once at Warped Tour. So they had a shortened set, but it was killer. I really dig their guitars. And Daryl Palumbo is a great frontman. He's been in some other bands since. But yeah, Glassjaw, real popular band. Always really good with what they do with their merch too. But unique vocalist, really good, heavy. The songs move in different directions. This is a Music on Vinyl press from I think 2014. This originally came out I think 2002, way back then. And I think it's just on regular black, 180 gram. I'm not big on MOV pressings, so the jury's out on this one. I just got it yesterday. I haven't spun this one yet. I do have the CD, but happy to get it. It's not one I ever see around. So that was a good one. And it was cheap. And then went over to Rock Store Barbecue for some barbecue. I did get to meet some VC members, Matt and Stacy from the Vinyl Reckoning. They drove all the way down from Raleigh, North Carolina, which is like 2.5 and can be 3. If you hit traffic, it can be longer than 2.5. And Matt told me, he's like, I hate that drive. Yeah, I hate going the opposite way up too. I don't mind going to Carborough as much, but going all the way to Raleigh, it's just, I'm not a big fan of driving around Raleigh too much. I'm sure people say the same about Charlotte. Charlotte can be a disaster, but it was good to see them. And he brought trade too, I think, and got some really great stuff from that collection, because that collection I had messaged him was way in his wheelhouse. I think Dylan was told him you needed to get down here before this stuff got gone. But it was cool they made the trip. So yeah, it was a good day. Hope everybody's well out there. Peace.